I recognized a while back how many articles are written on how to be successful and how to create a life that you want to live. I'll be back in a moment and I'll share some insights that I think are missing from a lot of those articles. I read an article a while back on what it takes to change your life. It was a helpful article, but it missed several important insights that need to be understood if we want to change our life and begin living the life that we've been dreaming about living. The first important insight that seems to be missing in a lot of these articles came to me as a result of years working with clients in my counseling practice. I discovered that almost everyone eventually comes to the realization that they're stuck living a life that's not emotionally challenging or satisfying. Because we begin creating our lives at a time in life when we really don't have the wisdom or the life experience we need for such an important task. So the first important insight is the reality that you are not alone or unique. It's common to come to a point in life when you recognize that things need to change if you want to live the life you've dreamed about living. What will make you unique, however, is having the courage to follow those dreams. Unfortunately, most people don't, and they live to regret it. The second important insight is the recognition that the changes that you want to make are going to require some courage and the willingness to pay the emotional price required to make those changes happen. Now, this second insight requires embracing the reality that the price of change is always going to be high. It may mean going back to school, renegotiating or ending an unfulfilling relationship, leaving a good paying job that's become boring, or moving to another state perhaps. Change is never easy. And it always requires courage to embrace the fears that arise whenever we choose to enter the unknown. Unfortunately, most people are not willing to pay the price, and they too live to regret it. The third important insight missing from a lot of these articles is probably one of the more important ones, and one of the more difficult for most of us to accept and overcome. And that's the belief that you're not smart enough or gifted enough to achieve your dreams. The client that taught me this powerful insight was convinced that if she followed her dream and was successful, the visibility that came with that success would cause people to discover that she really was stupid and incompetent. Eventually, she was able to see the childhood fear and conditioning that had been controlling her life for over 40 years. Fearful of the visibility that comes with success, had prevented her from showing up and turning her dream into a reality. I saw this fear of success control the lives of many clients over the years, and unfortunately, this is a difficult childhood learning to overcome. But those without the insight and courage to overcome that conditioning too often live to regret it. Now, the fourth important insight required to successfully begin creating the life that you've dreamed about living is the importance of discovering your life purpose. Until your dreams include your life purpose, in other words, the reason you were born, what your soul came here to do, it's almost impossible to embrace the courage required to make the changes that will allow you to begin creating that life that you've been dreaming about living. When you discover your true life purpose, it will include adding value to the lives of others. It is very difficult to overcome the fears that keep us stuck living a life that lacks meaning. However, when our focus shifts from improving our own life to that of adding value and improving the lives of others, the courage to change our own life will cease to be an issue. When our life is about working for the well-being of others, our personal fears will no longer have the power to control or limit our dreams. I've never met an unhappy person whose life fully embraces their life purpose. And most importantly, I've never met a person who has regrets about living a life that adds values to the lives of others.